Good morning, it's Rick from Dogtooth, and you might be wondering, it's 8:30 on a Sunday morning. What is Rick doing in the studio with his Italian hand gestures? Well, I am in the studio looking for a screen protector for my son's phone, but I couldn't find it. But as I walked around the studio, I became very aware of all of the stuff that I've accumulated. I've actually been in this building 7 years. I think it was 2018 that we moved in. We were down the other side of town for a few years, I think maybe 4 years or something like that. But then I was just literally over the fence since 2008. So I've been here on this site a while. Anyway, the things have developed. So obviously I used to have a team, and we used to be in here, and it used to be a buzzing place. And I thought about trying to get someone in to come and help me with my rent, as it were. I actually rent it from myself. But yeah, I thought about potentially getting someone else in to come in, but then it's just a bit complicated because, I mean, of course, I'm happy for people to have access. I mean, Ellis has the keys as well, but it's just that thing of like space, like where do you define the space and all that stuff. Anyway, actually, I potentially might be moving out. Still got all the paperwork to do and all the lawyery stuff, which I dislike strongly, by the way. But as I'm walking around looking for this screen protector, I'm just so aware of all of the stuff that I've accumulated in the 8 years. I mean, I'm literally, let's just start here. So on the floor, screens. These are all screens that we've cleaned. Obviously the Black Tiger one there, which is the t-shirt that I've got on here, which was a design that I was thinking of doing myself. I've actually got the so this was like the logo part of it. Then there's actually a drawing which is on the wall at home at the moment. Sort of part started. I just got this idea for it, and anyway, it's stalled now, as a lot of these things do. So this is my original sort of piece of art that I did. As you can see, just loads of art everywhere, loads of bits of tech. These drawers are actually all full of stuff, from pens to paper to old receipts, etc. Sorry, I'm spinning around the wrong way. This is my old office. So I used to sit here. It wasn't sound fast anyway, so I don't know why I did it. But it's now the print room, as you can see. I've got the heat press. We've got all of the sort of inks and boxes and stuff. We've got some under there. We've got boxes with already unburnt screens in them. This shelf used to be full of Star Wars Lego, and now it's just got storage for up and coming helmet designs. All my collections, so these are the ones that I would keep. The Darth is becoming art at some point. This up here is all my sort of collection of like robots and stuff that I pulled in. I mean, there's like De La Soul one. We're getting a bit closer. So this is De La Soul, one of my most favourite songs ever. Obviously, Father's Day gifts, Atlantic road trip. There's a piece of a McLaren there. That's Alonso's McLaren. Now, Alonso's not my favourite McLaren driver. In fact, I felt like quite annoyed with him when he came back, because the fact that he threw McLaren and Ron under the bus just for his selfish purposes. A lot of R2 stuff, samples that come from my suppliers. All these boxes I've got samples or work. I've collected like work. Obviously all my books for like reference. Load of actual LPs. I did used to do a bit of DJing back in the day. Yeah, road rat down there. As you can see, Bullet International here, and behind that is a load of Wired magazine. Yeah, those cream boxes there, they go all the way across the top. There's 1,000 plus CDs in there. So yeah, every drawer has something in it. Oh, they're grip things. I wonder what that was. like brackets. Do you keep all these brackets in? Like a connector for, like, it's literally brand new. It's not even been opened. The amount of things that are like that in here. Brand new, unopened. I am terrible. So in here, this is like my, these are all business cards that I've collected from 2008, really. So they're probably not even real, relevant anymore. Unopened kit cards. So these are really good, actually. I bought these off some startup guy that I know, and they are really good. I bought them for the team. Yeah. Old business cards. Why am I keeping them? Oh, but look down here now. This is worth a look. The old stickers that I've collected from, like, going to car shows. Oh yeah, there's a few in there. Oh, there's Benetton, and then Teen. So these are like vintage stickers. There's even a Pritchard and Dayton sticker in there. Yeah, just stuff. Used to do table tennis. We did a series. There's Dogtooth, where it was called Ping Pong to the Death, which was just like local businesses come down and do that. What have we got in here? More cables. Anyone got loads of cables? This is the DDE artwork. I will give this away if anybody has a good reason for having it. Some screens that Ellis has been doing. 3D map that my brother has been he's doing. So he sent me one of these as a test to see what I could come up with. Some really nice paper that I've just bought. But there's mounting board, there's everything in there. So that's that pile. Let's close that door. This is that room there was literally what made me wince. Of course, I've got my own art, so this is my art, obviously. But then I've got art that I've purchased, so this is like this. I love it. I love it. And this is Johnny's. I love this as well. It's just, it's really heavy, that is. It feels awesome. More tech, scanners. Gumball 3000 book, Porsche book that Lee bought me. 1 million skateboards that I've doctored of my own. Over here, obviously, this is my desk. My deck chairs, right? There is my old Mac Classic that I then pulled the screen out, because basically when I bought it off eBay, it arrived with the CRT scanner, CRT screen smashed, and about a few years ago, I pulled all the guts out of it. I sold all the guts apart from the screen, and it actually made me more money than I bought the thing for. And then I put in a Mac Mini in the bottom. Sorry, I'm looking at it rather than at you. I put Mac Mini in the bottom and an LCD screen and a little driver in it. This screen is an old iMac, which I did the same thing with. I basically bought a little, like a driver board. I pulled all the guts out. They're actually up there in the thing. I didn't sell them. Pulled all the guts out, and now it's a brilliant 5K monitor. I think if you have the opportunity, I would do that, because this is the cheapest way of getting a really, really awesome screen. Becky's old laptop, the printer, that's the printer rip. Over here I've got NAS drives, I've got other people's art. Angus, that's not a Space Invader. Obviously my own art as well. Obviously got my machinery, which I still need, right? So yeah, so I still need my machines, because they're actually what funds my art, really. Doing sticker jobs, so like for the likes of Secret Meat is going to get some, it's already got some of my stickers, but it's going to have some more of my stickers, and then doing like wall graphics as well, so for businesses and etc. So I've still got to have the machines. That's this machine, and then there's one down there. So I need those. But yeah, I might have to just move out, really, because it's worth doing. This is a liability as a business at the moment. It costs me money, and therefore I kind of need a solution to minimize that. And so someone might want to take it over, and I think that might be what we're doing. So, but as I said, as I'm walking around, I'm just seeing stuff everywhere. These are all old t-shirts that are actually for 68 Adventure. Here's a box with stuff in it. Load of black card, load of plastic bags for A3 prints, a UV light and some art. Why do we keep all this stuff? I've got this helmet here, which you can see. Let's just see if you can see it. I've actually started it. That test means it's officially started. Loads of print on this bit as well. The bench is really untied at the moment because I stripped off loads of prints. As you can see, they're not on the wall anymore. But I stripped off loads of prints to take them to get professionally framed. So at the moment, the studio does actually look a little bit more empty because there's normally prints on here. This here is a screen printing drying rack for my print. It's just become a bit of a storage rack really for prints that I'm not doing. What we've got here behind the scenes is my massive toolbox, which is not euphemism, but I have everything in there for going to a site. Loads of boxes, screens, tubes, whatever. There's just tons of stuff. And then this whole wall here is actually a cupboard. And so again, like I built it, well, me and Jamie built some of this. It's got all my steps in it from, again, when we worked on site. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of steps in there. I normally, at the end of this row, I won't go in every cupboard, but this one's got a lot of screen printing stuff in it. That one used to have, until last week, scaffolding stuff in it, which Piers has got at the moment. This is the other machine. This is the laminator. That's what I was talking about. So that once the things have been printed, they come into this machine and they get laminated with a clear material, which is, I pretty much do everything with as a laminated because it just protects the print, like from a UV, as well as making it more scratch resistant, etc. Just down here you'll see I have bags of cement for making plaster molds, which is what those two are. Big large print. This is one of the other reasons why I came in today, was to pick up this fan, because apparently it's going to be the hottest day of the year in the UK so far. And so I thought I would take that home. And then I got making this video. Just down here, you'll see, is a pizza oven. So that is the pizza oven model that I've made for a famous race circuit. That's the prototype. I don't know if I'm going to get to do that. We'll see. It's on and it's off. Cutty's surfboard. Well, it's my surfboard now, but it was Cutty's. My old BMX. Those stands are good. They were from Ben. Obviously, Mando's there. I say the wall's empty. You can see there's another Stormtrooper that's been started there. And then my Heath Robinson affair for doing the time lapse, which is just basically a weight on a stool with the tripod arm sticking out. Can we see that? Yeah, you can just see the tripod arm. And then obviously the Mando that I drew on the computer, which I then laid the print over and then got the outline for. Boxes of pens and paints, artwork, art stuff, basically. Easy access. I don't know where this stool came from. I have no idea where the stool came from. I've never bought that stool. Either someone's given me it or whatever, but it's my resident stool that ends up sort of coming out if I'm doing any actual art. As you can see, boxes and boxes. It's more like a combination of stuff that's come in the post that's ended up, basically, that's a decent sized box, so I'll just chuck it there in case we need it. And then this has got these boxes here. I can't even do my hand. Oh man, there we go. If I come this way, yeah, that's it. These boxes have lots of little things like corners and spare stuff in it. Kitchen cupboards. These are more empty. Oh, I've got so many mugs. I really have. More skateboards, literally. The skateboards are everywhere. Right, last little nook and cranny. We're going into the storeroom. So As you can see in my storeroom, I've got my anti-theft devices, which is the Ryobi. So my tip for you guys is, if you're ever working on site, is just use Ryobi, because no self-respecting tradesperson will steal your Ryobi stuff, because they all want Milwaukee. Okay, so if you do want to sort of overthink it, go for Ryobi, because no one wants it and it'll just be left there. So it's good. Lots of screws, a lot of screws, but as you can see, a lot of tapes. This is really thinned down compared to what it used to be like. Envelopes, cardboard, postage boxes, paper, folders. There's just so much stuff. And then we have right at the end here this box. Again, don't really know where this box came from, but this box has got all of my short 600 vinyls in. Again, this is like a fraction of what it used to be, obviously, when we were printing every day. Still got quite a bit of stores of vinyl of various types, some of which is storage. So like on the top, I typically keep client work or projects that might need again, and then the lower boxes are print, like ready to go. Collection of my saws. I don't know, I can't chuck them out even when they go blunt. Big steps. The big steps, well, shall we see why I've got big steps? I'm going to have to place you over here, and then I'll come back for you. I will just show you my my broom, which has got customised as well. So yeah, the big steps are for going up in the loft space. So we'll go and have a look up there now, and I'll show you the enormity of the task that I have if I'm to move out after 8 years. I mean, I have no idea how I can actually do where to store any of this stuff, never mind actually work. That's the filing system. Right. I'll put them up there because they've been there a week waiting for me to do that. Right, so let's go. So if you ever came into Dogtooth years ago, before we put the ceiling in, you'll see we did have it open. So those banners were up there from when we had it open. But this is the false ceiling, and then you got this side over there. So there was a point at which I was going to do a big massive mural on that wall, but I never got around to it. But yeah, this is over the offices, which we turned it into sort of storage. It is fairly solid up here, but most of it's lightweight. So all these cardboard boxes are all empty. They're just for the display cubes. But again, it is normally a little bit straighter, but I was rifling around up here. I mean, I don't need this. Why have I got this? I have literally I've got more. Look how many fans I've got. There's one industrial fan there. There's another. I have heating as well, which I don't need because I've got the aircon. More heating down there because obviously we did used to need the place heating. Chairs, boxes of tech cables. You can see them spilling out there. I'm not even going to get up and show you because we'll be here forever. I have over in this corner here, you can't see it and I can't from here, but underneath the Stormtrooper boxes is a load of print tubes, like for shipping. I mean, I think I spent like 300 quid probably 10 years ago on tubes, and we used to go through them like nobody's business, and then I've ended up with those, and we just stopped selling online really. But yeah, how much stuff have I collected over the years that I'm going to have to disperse of. Even this. Who else has a cardboard box with something in it? Can't even get it out. Anyway, so that reveal is a poor reveal. That was it. With a brand new set of shocks that you store upside in your thingy. Brand new, those. The amount of things that I have that are new or duplicates of what I've got downstairs is ridiculous. I mean, at the time, I often think, I thought I was doing myself a favour. And where I used to, I'm going to try and put this back up. Thank you. Where we used to be, which was down Norton. So I'm in Malton, which is at one side of the river. And the other side of the river is called Norton. That's actually where I live. My studio used to be down there. And the lads on that row used to say, they used to call us stores. So they used to go, basically, Rick will have it. Or even next door, they used to do that as well. It's like, Rick will have it. And it's true. I used to have everything. Ryobi, say again. Again, it's like, I've got a big wedge of abrasive pads. All these things that you need. Vinyl here. That is supposed to be going back to the manufacturer because it's contaminated. And so therefore the print doesn't, again, do my Italian hand thing, because the print doesn't stick to the surface, it's like mottled, so it's a bit weird. And then in here, which is the toilet, I'm going to show you in there. I will show you in there because it's as toilets go, it's kind of masculine, but it's still a nicely designed space with my black wall, skateboard, back wall, yellow, colour matching, yellow thingy, wrapped obviously to match that. And then they were both sourced to match this. Because again, this is the chemical cupboard. Not the Chemical Brothers, the chemical cupboard. So we've got everything in here from paint to things that could explode. So therefore, that is why we have them in a proper fire cupboard. Because I like to do things right from the perspective of the health and safety people. So there you go. That is a very in-depth tour around the studio. Just like the amount of projects that I've got on at the moment. In fact, let's just have one last count of projects that are on the go. As you can see, some shoes down there I've done, the gumball ones, and then the actual extra tough ones. So, number one, not finished, barely started. So it's got to be projects that are on the go. My son's old mountain biking helmet, on the go. That one's on the go as well, the pizza thing. So what's that? We're on 3 already. 4, 5. Tell you about that another day. 6. This one. Here's the Black Tiger. This is not a very good version of it, but we were going for that half-turn effect. This is kind of there, I think, but I've gone away from this now and gone for the hand-drawn version of it. So it's going to be all like infilled like this. What else is under there? Nothing. Right, so that's 3, 4, 5. We won't count screen printing because that's they're already in the middle. They're already printed. 6, skateboard paint that I need to get on with. 6, 7, 8, not finished. 9, 10. This potentially, but we won't count that. 11. This. I think that's that for there. 11. I think we'll call it a day there. I think, oh, 11, 12. I can see this. This is unfinished. It looks like it could be finished, but it's not, because I fell out of love with it. And as you can see, I just couldn't finish it. I started it, I got a concept of it. The idea was like a Hell's Angels sort of thing, but yeah, I just fell out of love with it, really, the actual idea. So I ended up, it's been in that state for, well, probably what is a couple of years now. I still feel like this paint is unfinished. I mean, it could go, but I just feel like there's something else to it that I need to do. It's sort of framed and everything, but yeah, I feel like it's a canvas that I've painted. I feel like I need to add something to it. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll say that. We'll call that 12. I think from what I see at a glance, that is 12, and I know for a fact I have 2 at home. The black tiger that's pasted to the wall. There is another Porsche at home that is underway. I literally just finished the Mando helmet, which is what that was there. So that's done. More on that. I've added some of these screen prints I've been adding to, not this one in particular, but what's underneath it. That's just another one. Yeah, so, oh yeah, there is, what was on this Porsche thing is now rolled up into tube in my front room, is the Goodwood Festival of Speed one, which I'm going to now apply to some material, and then once I've applied it to the material, I'm going to get that framed as well. So, oh man, such is life. Anyway, let's call it a day. I don't want to drag you around any further, but yeah, day in the life. I only came in for a screen protector, and I've ended up spending probably 30 minutes here doing this video and looking in all the cupboards and stuff for it. So it's not goodbye for now, but I might have to do some sort of like some sort of sale, maybe like I do an open day down at Dogtooth, and have like all my art for sale, and then have like 50-50. It's like art and then stuff for sale, and then try and get rid of everything, or at least thin it out for now, because I've just noticed that I've got two sets of cupboards over there. I've got 2 sets of tables for when I go out and do like shows, but I've decided that I'm not really doing shows anymore, so I might as well get rid of those tables, right? And then over here you can just see the blue, which is the ping pong tables from the Ping Pong to the Death, but also they were for when we were doing like really big projects, we at least had a second set of tables if the 4.5 meter bench wasn't big enough to store the work. So we would pull that out into the studio, and then we would have a second space to do it. I might have to keep those because that might have to become a bench if I move out. But yeah, anyway, it's the sadness of time moving on. It happens to us all, right? Eventually, we have to decide what is more important, progress or hoarding all the stuff. Just even things like this hello, which obviously I created when, I got that. The font is called Coffee, I think it is. And I saw this idea ages ago somewhere, and I thought, I'll do that myself. So I got the MDF cut and then applied our grass to it. Like, what am I going to do with all these little bits and bobs of stuff? My old stickers logo there. Right, well, let me know, and then we'll see you on the other side. Goodbye.